Hello, good morning dear students. Welcome back to my today's class. So as we are studying about the chapter number 3, that is plant kingdom. So almost more than half chapter we have completed in the previous class and only a last point is remaining that we discuss in the today's class. So as already you know that 30% of syllabus is reduced for this academic year because of this COVID-19. So already we have given you the syllabus which is written and which is deleted. So from this topic, from starting to the gymnosperms we have studied, and what the point is deleted from this topic, that I will tell you. Just note down that and then we'll move to the next point. Okay. So as I told you about the classification of plant kingdom. The plant kingdom have the divisions algae, bryophytes, pteridophytes, gymnosperms, and last one is the angiosperms. So in the last class up to the gymnosperms we have completed. So classification, characteristic features we have completed. So after the gymnosperms what will come? The angiosperms will come. So the angiosperms, characters and classification, this much of part is deleted from this topic, that is plant kingdom. So you just note down that the angiosperms you should not study for this academic year. Okay. So after the angiosperms, from this topic only a last point is remain, and that point is the plant life cycles and alternation of generation. So on this topic, on this point from this topic, what the question will be asked? The question will be asked for 3 marks. Okay. Here we have to see how the plant life cycle is there and how the alternation of generation takes place. Already we have seen how the reproduction is there, what are the types of reproduction, what are the habitats, what are the characteristic features about the algae up to the gymnosperms. We have completed that. Okay. So we have seen that there is 2 stages, gametophyte and the sporophytic. Okay, so gametophytic and sporophytic, 2 stages we have seen in the life cycle of plants. So how they can alternate one by one and what kind of life cycles are there, that we have to see. So totally here the 3 different types of life cycles or alternation of generation is there. That schematic representation we have to see along with the particular examples. So in examination how the question will be asked, any one of these schematic representation will be asked for the 3 marks. Okay. So whatever we will discuss in today's class, that is also very important. So before going to start about these plant life cycles, just we'll go through the last point what we have covered in the last class about the gymnosperms. So gymnosperms is the 4th division of this plant kingdom, and then we have seen the characteristic features. So gymnosperms' special characteristic feature is what? The gymnosperms are the naked seeded plants. Okay, so seeds are exposed, they are not enclosed inside the fruit wall. That you know. Okay. So what kind of plant body is there? The plant body is the sporophytic, which is well differentiated into root, stem and leaves. Then roots are the taproot system, and some roots are lives in association with the other microorganisms like fungi and the cyanobacteria. So the roots, which is lives in association with the fungi, that is called as mycorrhiza, and then the small corollite roots are present in the cycas plants, which is lives in association with the cyanobacteria and which will be helpful in the nitrogen fixation. Then about the stem, we have seen that the stem is branched and unbranched in some species. Leaves are simple and compounds, and then again we have seen that similarly what the reproduction is there, how the gamete is produced from the spores. The spores produces gametes. Okay, so microsporophylls are there, megasporophylls are there. So these gymnosperms are the heterosporous. They can produce the 2 different types of spores. This we have seen, and the next we have seen that the classification of gymnosperms. The gymnosperms are divided into 3 classes. Okay, so this everything we have completed in the last class. In today's class, we have discussed about the plant life cycle and alternation of generation. So what is that? We'll see. Just note down that. This is the last point of this topic. Okay. Plant life cycle and alternation of generation. Okay, the points about this I'll write on the board, you just note down it. So plant life cycle and alternation of generation, what it means, we are observed whenever we are studied about the characteristic features, we have seen that the plant body is the sporophytic as well as the plant body is the gametophytic. So what is the meaning of sporophytic and gametophytic? That already you know. Sporophytic means the spores producing plant body, gametophyte means gamete producing plant body. So here what happens? The sporophyte is alternated by gametophyte, gametophyte is alternated by sporophyte. So this is what here, the alternation of generation in life cycle. Okay, so the first one I write here, diploid. So just remember this sporophytic generation is the diploid and the gametophyte is the haploid. Okay, so diploid, sporophytic stage, diploid sporophytic stage is alternated by haploid gametophytic stage. Got the point? So as I told you here, this sporophytic stage is the diploid and the gametophytic stage is the haploid. So in alternation of generation, what happens? The diploid sporophytic stage is alternated by the haploid gametophytic stage. So in the plants, both haploid and diploid cells divides by mitosis. This results in formation of different plant bodies. And that may be diploid or haploid. Okay. See here, in plants what happens? Both haploid and diploid cells, okay, that divides by mitosis. So these mitosis and meiosis, these are the cell divisions. Already you are studied in your school level. And about this cell division and cell cycle, again you will study in detail. The later one chapter is there. That is mitosis, meiosis, cell division, everything you will study in that topic. Here you just remember wherever the term mitosis will come and wherever the term meiosis will come. Just remember one thing, mitosis means equational division. Equational means doubling, okay? And meiosis means the reductional division. So whatever the parental chromosome number is there, that will be reduced to the half into the offsprings. You just remember that much, okay? So mitosis is the equational division and meiosis is the reductional division. And next thing is what happens, we'll see one by one how in the gametophyte what the changes are occurs and what are the changes are occur in the sporophytes, okay? So next one is haploid gametophyte produces gametes by mitosis. Okay, so see, so during the formation of gametes, here haploid gametophyte is there. Haploid means already the gametophyte is haploid. So what the gametes should be produced, that gametes are also haploid. Just remember the nature of gametes is haploid. So the haploid gametophyte is present and that should produce the haploid gametes. So they will undergo in the mitosis. Mitosis means equational division. So equal number of chromosome passes to the offspring. Okay. Just remember this much, don't get confused. The haploid gametophyte produces gametes by the mitosis. This much is enough. Okay. And then next one, what happens when the gametes are produced, male gametes and female gametes are produced. So the process of fertilization occurs. Fertilization, in that what happens, the synegamy means the fusion of male gamete and female gametes that results in the formation of zygote. So I will write here, after fertilization, the zygote, which is what, 2n years, it is diploid. Okay, zygote nature is diploid. Divide by mitosis. Mitosis and forms or we can write it develops. And develops into diploid sporophyte. Okay, are you getting from the gametophyte how the sporophyte is formed? First one is gametophyte, that is haploid, which produces the gametes, haploid gametes by mitosis. Remember, this is N. N means haploid. Okay, and then after the fertilization, fusion of two gametes, this zygote is formed. The zygote is the diploid, and that zygote divides mitosis. Okay, mitotically, because see, the diploid zygote is there and we want what? The diploid sporophyte. So equal number should come now. So for that only the zygote divide by mitosis and that develops into the diploid sporophyte. And next what the changes occurs, this sporophyte, which is diploid in nature, sporophyte, that is 2n, produces spores. Okay, spores should be haploid. By which division now here? Haploid means what will come? Meiosis. See, sporophyte already, it is a diploid nature from which we have to produce what? The plant should produce these spores that should be haploid. So they will undergo in the meiosis. Remember, sporophyte produces spores by meiosis. So next thing is what? In all the sexually reproducing plants body, there is a alternation of generation. So this gamete producing haploid gametophyte is alternated by spore producing diploid sporophyte. So there are three types of alternation of generation. There are three types of alternation of generation. In plants we can observe. So next point is what these three types of alternation of generation is there and how this life cycle takes place, that we have to study. Okay. So this much is understood, I think. This is about the characters of the life cycle of plants. Now we have to see the alternation of generation, types of alternation of generation. Types of alternation of generation. in that the three types are there. The first one is haplontic cycle, and the second one is the diplontic cycle, and the third one is the haplodiplontic cycle. So what we have to study from this is, we have to see the schematic representation of haplontic cycle, diplontic cycle and haplodiplontic cycle along with the examples. Okay, so haplontic cycle means what here? The haploid generation, haploid plant generation, that is gametophytic generation, takes a longer time as compared to the sporophytic generation. Okay, and in diplontic what happens? Here the diploid is what? Sporophyte. So diploid sporophytic generation or the stage is longer than that what? The haploid gametophytic stage. So last one is haplodiplontic. Here equal is there. Equal duration of life cycle, that is haploid gametophyte and diploid sporophytic generation duration is equal, 50-50. So this we have to see through the schematic representation. So what is that? We'll see one by one. First we'll see about the haplontic cycle. Okay. So we'll see the life cycle, haplontic life cycle. Okay. So here the examples will come many algae. Almost a majority of algae, in that we can see this haplontic life cycle. Okay. So what that schematic representation is there, that I will draw here. You also note down, and it is very important for 3 marks question. Okay. Here this sporophytic stage is shown by a single cell stage, and that is this, we can give it is A and this one is B. This cycle is what? Haplontic. Gametophyte, gametogenesis produces the gametes. How many gametes are formed? 2 gametes are formed. And here what happens? The process of synegamy. Synegamy means fusion of male and female gametes. Okay. So this is very simple schematic representation of haplontic cycle. Okay. So you can see here I told you that the sporophytic generation is the diploid and this gametophyte is the haploid. So here this A is what? The sporophytic generation it's showing, and this B is showing what? The gametophytic generation. So this, in this life cycle we can observe the life cycle is what? The more lifespan is there about of the gametophyte. It takes a long time. Okay. And this sporophytic is what? Very short time of period. So this sporophytic generation in this life cycle is shown by a single celled zygote. Okay, so zygote is two-celled, and that zygote develops into the which plant body, that is sporophytic. Okay, just remember here, I will write in rough. You should not mention this in cycle, but for your understanding, I am writing here. Okay, this zygote develops what? Sporophyte. So this sporophyte in this cycle shown by the a single celled zygote. And then here what happens? This zygote divides mitotically, meiotically, means meiosis division takes place, and that produces spores. So which division occurs here? Meiosis. That results in the formation of spores like this. Okay, from 1, 2 spores are formed, from 2, the 4 spores are formed like this. So this zygote divides by meiosis, and which produces spores. And spores are what? Haploid. 2n. Then what happens? These spores develops into the gametophytic plant body, that is n. This is haploid. So from these spores, now here which generation starts? The gametophytic generation starts, which is haploid. So by this cycle you can identify this sporophytic lifespan is what? It is a shorter period of time, and this gametophyte is a longer period of time, which is haploid in nature. So the name of cycle is the haplontic cycle. Okay. Then here from this what happens? This gametophyte is haploid, and this gametophyte produces the gametes, male gamete and female gamete, by which process? By this gametogenesis. What is meant by gametogenesis? The process of production of the gametes. Okay. The process by which the gametes are produced. So how many gametes are produced? 2 gametes. Okay, one male and one female. So I have made here the 2 arrow marks. 1 and 2 means 2 gametes are produced by this gametogenesis, and later what happens? This one haploid gamete, another haploid gamete fuses by the process of synegamy, that is nothing but fertilization, and again after fertilization the zygote is formed. So you can observe this cycle continues by the diploid sporophytic stage and haploid gametophytic stage, one by one. So this is called as what? The alternation of generation. So in haplontic cycle, the diploid sporophytic stage is alternated by the haploid gametophytic stage. So why the cycle name is haplontic? Just remember that the haploid gametophyte stage is a long time, a long period of time. So it is called as the haplontic cycle. This much is enough. In examination, usually only this schematic representation is asked. If you will draw this much, then you will get 3 marks. But you should mention the arrow marks correctly, and you should show the 2 life cycles duration correctly. Okay. So now next we will see about the second one is the diplontic cycle. Okay. That cycle also we have to see like this. The second one is the diplontic cycle. Diplontic cycle. So example for this is, you can observe this in the gymnosperms and angiosperms. Okay, so all the gymnosperms and angiosperms shows this kind of life cycle. Now I will draw here sporophyte. Okay, so sporophyte is what? Diploid, 2n. So in the diplontic cycle, what? The diploid stage is a longer time stage, and the haploid is the shorter period of time. This is sporophytic, which is 2n, and here I will write here gametophyte, and next is the process of gametogenesis. Next we can see here the zygote formation, zygote is what? Here and here what happens? This I will show you. This haploid stage, yani this. Here also we can see the two arrow marks. And what the next here process is? Synagamy. Right here, diplontic cycle. So what we produce here? Spores. So this is the life cycle of diplontic cycle. Schematic representation. Okay, so as compared to the haplontic, we can observe here the sporophytic generation or sporophytic stage in the life cycle is the diploid. So here the diploid life cycle stage is the longer period of time. It takes a long time. Okay. So, and then this is next what? The gametophyte is haploid, which takes a very short period of time. So, the name of cycle is the diplontic cycle. So, usually this type of life cycle we can observe in the example is the gymnosperms and angiosperms. Okay. So, we can observe here, see the sporophytic stage. This is diploid in nature and this is sporophyte stem divide and that forms the spores, and which spores are the haploid, and we can observe which division can occur here, the meiosis. Okay, so this meiosis takes place and the spores are formed. Later these spores individually develops into the gametophyte, that is male gametophyte and female gametophyte, which is haploid in nature. So this male and female gametophyte forms the male and female gamete by which process? Gametogenesis. Gametogenesis means the process of formation of gametes. So male and female gametes are formed here now, and that haploid male, haploid female gamete fuses by the process synagamy, and that results in the fertilization. So fertilization, after fertilization the zygote is developed, and this zygote after the fertilization divide by mitotically, and which forms again sporophyte. So you can see here the dominant stage in this life cycle is the sporophytic stage. So this is about the diplontic cycle. Okay. Now last cycle is remaining, that is the haplodiplontic cycle. What is that? We'll see. The last and the third cycle we'll see the haplodiplontic. Haplodiplontic. So examples what will come for this cycle is, we can write here the bryophytes will come, bryophytes, then pteridophytes, and some algae. I am writing here some algae because the majority of the algal species can show the haplontic life cycle, but some of the algae can show this haplodiplontic cycle, and that is what, like Ectocarpus, Fucus, Polysiphonia. Some examples will show this cycle. So what is this cycle? That we'll see. First here the sporophyte. In this haplodiplontic cycle we can see the 50-50%. Okay, the 50% of the haploid generation and 50% we can see the diploid. So sporophyte, its nature is what? Diploid. And next we can see here exactly opposite to this, we can write here the gametophyte. This gametophyte for the gametogenesis process. what will happen. Syngamy and then zygote. Okay, this is haploid, and here we can see the production of these spores formations. So this cycle I will show you like this, the 50-50%. This is spores produced by which division? Meiosis. And here I can give the name is A and this one is the B. So the name is what? Haplodiplontic cycle. Okay. So see here, in this what? These spores are also haploid. You have to make the arrow marks correctly. So the name of this cycle is what? Haplodiplontic cycle. Means here the haploid gametophytic generation or haploid gametophytic stage is altered by or alternation by the diploid sporophytic stage. Okay. So in this cycle what happens? The 50-50% of life duration takes place. This haploid is 50% and diploid is 50%. The best example for this is bryophytes and pteridophytes. So we can observe in the bryophytes what happens. First the gametophytic plant body is formed which is haploid, and then later from this gametophyte what? The spores are formed and that develops into sporophytic plant body, like that it happens. So how it occurs, that we'll see. So this is the sporophytic, which is nature is what? The diploid, that is 2n, and that can produces these spores, that is haploid spores, by which division? Meiosis. And these spores, haploid spores, develops into the haploid gametophyte, and that spores can develop the two different gametophyte, male and female gametophyte. So this gametophyte forms the gametes by the process of gametogenesis, and here we can see the two gametes are formed, one male and one female. So during sexual reproduction, male and female gamete fuses by the process of syngamy. The process of fertilization occurs, and that results in the formation of zygote. So zygote is diploid. When the haploid male and haploid female gamete fuses with each other, that forms the diploid zygote. So later this zygote divide mitotically, and that forms the sporophytic plant body. So this is about the haplodiplontic cycle. Examples are bryophyte, pteridophyte, and some of the algae. Okay. So algae, the majority of algae can shows the haplontic cycle, but few of them can shows this haplodiplontic cycle. So this is about the plant life cycles and alternation of generation that we have studied in the today's class. I think you have understood this concept. Okay. So this is the last point from the chapter Plant Kingdom. Here by this point the chapter is completed. So if you have any queries, any doubt or any problems regarding this topic, you can ask me. And just remember one thing from this topic, only the angiosperms are removed. Okay. So you have to study from this topic algae, bryophytes, pteridophytes, gymnosperms, all the characteristic features and classification, and last one is the plant life cycle and the alternation of generation. So already I told you these are the schematic representation which will be asked in the examination for 3 marks. Okay, you have to write this schematic representation systematically, then only you will get full marks. So regarding the important questions from this topic, that I will give you later. So from next to my class, I will start the new topic. Okay. So until that, stay home, stay safe. Thank you.